Well, millions of Aussies are welcoming the RBA's decision to hold off on a July rate hike, providing families some minor relief amid the deepening cost of living crisis, which is worsening by the day.
Some relief. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese joins us now from Sydney. PM, good morning to you.
Good morning, good to be with you. And I'm one of the millions of Australians who welcomes the decision of the Reserve Bank yesterday.
Look, it's nothing to celebrate though, is it? It's more of a stay of mortgage execution, isn't it?
Oh, look, people are doing it tough out there, Carl, and I'm determined to work each and every day to provide whatever assistance the government can do, whether that be the direct assistance in cheaper childcare, the tripling of the Medicare bulk billing incentive so that people can go and see their doctor for free, or whether it be fee-free TAFE, all of those measures to take pressure off cost of living, but as well, of course, managing the economy, producing, of course, a surplus that we know now will be in excess of $4.2 billion to put that downward pressure on inflation. So that to send a message to the Reserve Bank, which is independent, of course, that we want monetary and fiscal policy to work together.
PM, obviously a surplus is a good sign, but at the end of the day, that's just politics speak. We've got families at home who are going hungry. Foodbank is warning some kids aren't even getting lunch at school because of the rise in this cost of living. I mean, this is a proper crisis.
Oh, I get that so many people out there are doing it tough. And that's why the government is working each and every day to make a difference. The fact that interest rates were paused yesterday at 4.1 is a good thing. You have a two-speed economy. Some people doing it really tough. And then you have positive signs at the same time in the economy. A record jobs growth of 465,000 jobs created in our first year. Inflation is going down. And that's a good thing. We think it peaked at the end of last year. And so those two measures are important, as is a surplus from the government that does make a difference to putting that downward pressure on inflation. Measures like our energy price relief plan that people will be seeing. The Reserve Bank and Treasury estimate that put a 0.75% downward pressure on inflation in itself, that one action, and that's a good thing.
PM, if you don't get this right, they will turn on you.
Oh, look, I get that people are doing it tough, and for me, this isn't about politics. This is about assisting people. I know what it's like to do it tough, and I get that people out there are under pressure, and that's why the government's doing everything we can.
Okay.
This is a global impact, this global inflation that we're seeing right around the world, and our government is responding each and every day.
All right, China obviously is a significant talking point with you and the Indonesian president. You disagree perhaps a little on AUKUS, or perhaps a lot, but two Australians now have a bounty on their head. How does that sit with you?
Oh, look, it's just unacceptable, and we are concerned about the announcements overnight that have been made. We'll continue to cooperate with China where we can, but we will disagree where we must, and we do disagree over human rights issues. We continue to raise issues such as Cheng Lei's unacceptable detention without proper processes being in place, and we'll continue to put those arguments. We had very constructive discussions, myself and my friend President Widodo yesterday. It's important that Australia develop relationships in our region. Now, Indonesia and China, who are different countries with different political systems. Indonesia is a great democracy, and that's why we certainly can develop a much closer relationship with Indonesia. It's our 14th biggest trading partner. We need to do much better. It will grow to be the 4th largest economy in the world in coming years. India, of course, will be the 3rd largest economy. What that represents is enormous opportunities for Australia.
All right, just on a much lighter note now, PM, depending on, as I always say, the way you look at things, let's talk about the Ashes, Rishi Sunak. who looks like he could blow over in a stiff breeze. He's fired up about the Ashes. Is it time to revoke the visas of English elites like Piers Morgan? Just get rid of it.
Just don't let him come in.
That's it.
Well, I think that would be a very harsh measure, Carl. What it might be better to do is to allow people like Piers Morgan to come in and to come on your show and remind him of Australia's massive Ashes victory. Both the men's and the women's team are nailing it over there in the UK. And it's not surprising that Rishi Sunak is a little bit disappointed. I look forward to catching up with him at the summit that's being held for NATO next week. I'm sure we'll have some good-hearted banter.
Yeah.
It's an important relationship between Australia and the UK, but I think our cricketers are doing so well. And if I were England, I would have been concentrating on Stokes' innings, which was magnificent, giving him credit, whilst giving Australia credit for winning 2-0 up with just 3 tests to go.
Why don't you just say, why don't you just stop whinging? Just stop whinging, and you should shirt front him. You should shirt front Rishi Sunak. Give him the old classic elbow shirt front.
Well, I might remind him, Carl, that when I was learning to play cricket, as every Australian does at primary school, the nuns at St Joseph's Camperdown knew, put your bat behind the crease.
Yes.
Stay in your crease.
Obviously, right?
It's not hard.
It's not hard. Poms, work it out. Work it out.
I had the Sisters of Mercy. Let me tell you, they showed us no mercy.
Well, Johnny Bairstow knew when he tried to run out Marnus Labuschagne.
And he stuffed
just a couple
up,
of days earlier.
That's right. He's only got himself to blame, Albo.
Harden up.
How good's the PM?
Hey there, Today fans. Sarah and...
What's my name again?
Oh my goodness, Carl.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports, and amazing Aussie stories.
And Carl misbehaving, of course.
That never happens.
Always happens.
What's she talking about?
Always happens.